I think we're live. We're live. I'm live. Yes, it's live. It's hard to tell sometimes with things managed. Okay, good. Good morning, everyone. This is the Azorean One Anthony Esteves. This is Sunday Coffee here at Esteves Manor. Thought I cleared everything up in my background here, but I think I'm all right. I still got a leftover Captain America mask from Jackson's birthday. There's that there. They are currently sitting back, enjoying breakfast, watching Muppet Babies. I am here with my Wonder Woman mug. Right there. See that? There she is. Enjoying a bagel with butter and strawberry jam. Homemade strawberry jam with strawberries from a local farmer's market. That's how you do it. Wife made it into a jam, made a nice little concoction. We did some cooking like Breaking Bad, breaking jam, and strawberry jam galore back there. I made him kind of a big breakfast today, but we'll see how long that lasts in the quiet factor with these guys. But good to see you. It is Labor Day Sunday. Many of you, well, maybe half of you, have tomorrow off. Enjoying Labor Day. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Be sure to thank those who are working on Labor Day, because it's a tough one to be working on a holiday. Think of union history, your history with unions regarding why you have Labor Day off. Cesar Chavez, look that guy up as well. It's also the unofficial end of summer. It's the big, Memorial Day is the unofficial beginning of summer, and Labor Day is the unofficial last weekend of summer because everyone parties this weekend. Everyone has a 3-day weekend. Summer doesn't really end until September 22nd, 23rd, the solstice. But party-wise, shindig-wise, Labor Day weekend is the end. So I'm hoping you guys have some fun stuff planned on your Labor Day weekend. I may have a barbecue tomorrow. It's possible. We'll see. See how I'm feeling, but I'm definitely gonna sleep in. So when you're a dad, sleep in is about 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 is sleeping in. Yeah. Anyway, that's always good. Making sure everything's looking fine here on the screens. Don't mind me. Yeah, they don't. The duo over here doesn't like to sleep in very late. Today, it's a Sunday, and they wanted to wake up right when Mommy left for work. Mommy left for work at 6. Uh-huh. 6 during the week, there's no big deal. I'm already up at 5. 6 on a Sunday? Or Saturday? It's ridiculous. It's wrong. Unimaginable. But anyway, enjoying my coffee, and thought I'd give you guys a little breakdown of some news for the day. News, film news, television news, on my behalf anyway. There are weekend numbers out this weekend for motion pictures. They do incorporate Monday on Labor Day weekends being the holiday weekend, but Sunday is typically your regular weekend opening. And in your top 5, your number 1 film in the country and your number 5 film in the country are led by an Asian American cast. That's outstanding. That's amazing. As you probably already know, Crazy Rich Asians is still killing it at the box office. I believe it's the 3rd weekend now. 3rd weekend, it made another $22 million at the box office. $22 million. Its U.S. total is at $110 million. Domestic total, is $110 million. Worldwide, looking at $130 million. It cost $30 million to make. Crazy Rich Asians is killing it. Entirely Asian cast. The only I know Michelle Yeoh is in there, who's been in the business for years. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was in the second Pierce Brosnan Bond film, Tomorrow Never Dies. That movie is just killing it right now at the box office. And your number 5 movie, hey there, son of Mander, good morning. Crazy Rich Asians, The Next Infinity War. It is the romance comedy Infinity War. That's what Crazy Rich Asians is. And your number 5 film, you might not have heard much about it, but if you're on social media, you may have seen posts for it. Searching. Searching, from what I got in the synopsis, a father's trying to locate his missing daughter. That's what I believe that story was. I didn't catch everything on it. I know who stars in it. A favorite guy of mine, Mr. John Cho. Those of you who don't know who John Cho is, yes you do. If you watched Harold and Kumar, you know who John Cho is. If you watched American Pie, you know who John Cho is. So John Cho in American Pie was one of the MILF guys. And in Harold and Kumar, he was Harold. I'm a big fan of John Cho, not just because he was hilarious in those 2 roles, because he was. I mean, he was hilarious in those films. He's also done a really good job in drama. You know, he did kind of have a mix in Star Trek where he's, you know, comedy, but it's adventure, so there's dramatic moments. But he was on the Exorcist series, the television series The Exorcist, which I am very heartbroken that series ended, that they ended it after 2 seasons, because I loved the story they were going with it. It was an amazing story. They had a mix of the book and the movie with also creating its own path. If you get a chance to watch it, watch The Exorcist. But John Cho was in the 2nd season, and he did amazing. It was an amazing dramatic performance by John Cho. Also, Brianna Hildebrand, as we know as Negasonic Teenage Warhead from Deadpool, she was also in the 2nd season of The Exorcist, and the 2 of them together. He's a foster father. She's one of the kids he takes in. The 2 of them, their dynamic together was outstanding. John Cho is a versatile, talented actor, and he's in this movie Searching, along with Joseph Lee, who's relatively new in the industry. From what I could see, the thing I recognized him in was he was in NCIS Los Angeles for a few episodes. You don't get he's had maybe 10 roles so far. He's in it as well. It's also a predominantly Asian cast. The only non-Asian in the film of Searching is Deborah Messing, Grace from Will and Grace. She's in the film. Otherwise, another predominantly Asian cast. Number 5 in the country. It made $5.7 million for the weekend. I don't think the movie cost that much to make. It was kind of an indie film, so they're most likely making a profit. So, number 1 film, number 5 film, Crazy Rich Asians, Searching. 2 films I really want to see. Searching because of my John Cho fandom. Crazy Rich Asians just because of how much of an impact it's made. And it's, as John Cho, it was John Cho who I believe, John Cho said it, Ross Butler, who also stars in 13 Reasons Why and was in Riverdale. He had quoted, and I'm paraphrasing, but he had said something on social media how it was nice to see a film with a predominantly Asian cast that isn't relying on being a martial arts action film. Which, I mean, he's right. I mean, we tend to stereotype if we're having Asian Americans in, you know, action movies or any type of movie, they're martial arts experts. Which, if they are, that's fine. But that's not all they are. Just because someone is of Asian heritage doesn't mean they are skilled in Jeet Kune Do. So, like Ross Butler said, it was nice to see a romantic comedy with a predominantly Asian cast that's simply a romance comedy with just regular people who are of Asian descent. So, Ross Butler also, another great actor. If you haven't watched 13 Reasons Why or Riverdale, pick those up. The guy is very talented. I'm a fan of his as well. So that's your box office breakdown. There's movies in between that are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but I wanted to point out the success of Crazy Rich Asians and Searching. Boys, no. I wanted to point out the success of those 2 films. So, if you're going to the theaters this Labor Day weekend, maybe instead of a blockbuster film or an action film, check out Crazy Rich Asians. Go laugh and find joy. If you want to see maybe an intense thriller about a father trying to find his daughter, go watch Searching with John Cho and Joseph Lee and Deborah Messing. Those 2 films available now. Searching might be harder to find because it is an indie film, but you should be able to find it. So, on to television. I'll first touch on the comic book themed television. I have finished Arrow season 6 on Netflix. Finished it. Enjoyed it for the most part. Taking a bite of my bagel as you're listening. Sorry. I'm a little hungry. Don't mind it chewing. Makes you hungry when you hear it, doesn't it? If you see me on screen, I look like a 1970s baseball player right now. No, I don't want the curveball. No, I don't want that. Fastball, yeah, okay. So, Arrow for me. You were done there about halfway through. Arrow. So, pros. Arrow has a great cast. I love their cast. It's hard to hate Stephen Amell. The guy's pretty damn likable. And the supporting cast is pretty good. Arrow, Tommy. Arrow to me, since maybe season 4, has had the issue of starting off strong, having a great ending, but in the middle, what are we doing? It was a topic I had in the past, maybe my last Sunday Coffee, was do some of these shows have too many episodes they have to abide by? And I think the CW shows have that issue sometimes. Because, it was maybe the first 3 seasons where I felt that, the story was continuing. We're building. This is going somewhere. It never let up. Granted, season 2 and 3 involved heavily on the League of Assassins and the Al Ghul family, which, of course, always wins me over. But I felt those were always like that. Season 4 is where we had this great beginning. That's when they had Damien Dark, I believe. And then, loosened up in the middle. Things didn't continue on, and then strong ending with Damien Dark. And I feel that's been the path they've had. And it just feels like, should we condense the season? And I know Arrow always has the twist where the bad guy who's in the beginning doesn't always necessarily end up being the bad guy in the end. And I think they've done that. And Damien Dark, it was him in the beginning, then he faded away, then he came back in the end. I think 5 and 6 has been, here's our beginning bad guy, and nope, that's not the bad guy in the end, it's somebody else. And I get the twist they're trying to make to keep you glued to it, but it just felt like it didn't capture. So, great finale, I thought. The ending was great. It leaves you hanging. Oliver Queen. It's if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert. I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. Spoiler. Okay, he's in prison. He had to sacrifice himself to the FBI in order to stop the bad guys and give immunity to the rest of his team. So he turned himself in after everything was safe, and now he's in prison, max security. He's in max security now. So it ends with Oliver Queen in maximum security prison. So that was, that's intriguing. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see how long they keep him in prison in season 7. So I am going to watch. I'm going to see what happens. But that's just, it's a weakness the show has. I'm not going to stop watching it now that I finally caught up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep watching, but that's the issue they're having. In the middle of Flash season, I guess that's 4, right? Because Flash is 2 seasons behind an Arrow. Yeah, Manderson, you'll watch at least the premiere, of course, and see where it goes from there. Currently on Flash, I believe it's season 4 that's on Netflix. Because I think he's 2 seasons behind. That I'm in the middle of. That I'm really enjoying. Playing the whole angle of Flash coming back from the Speed Force. Now there's new metas that have been brought in because he came back from the Speed Force. The overwhelming bad guy is still the main bad guy and switches forms. Very cool, very interesting. I like that. Possibly my favorite episode. No, not possibly. It is. My favorite episode of the last Flash season was the episode that actually didn't involve the main story arc. You didn't need the main story arc for this episode. It was the Hold on one second. He dropped his fork. One moment, please. It was the episode where... I forgot the name of it now, but it's the one where Team Flash is trying to stop this nuclear bomb from exploding. And they don't get to it in time. And so Barry is automatically in his speed. We're at his speed. So everyone else is frozen. And he sees the nuclear explosion and it's happening. Of course, because he's going so fast, it's going very slow for us. And so he's trying to find a way to stop this explosion from happening. And when he's able to bring someone else with his speed, he can only have them with him for a few moments before the speed, picks up with them and they start to become discombobulated, start getting sick. It's too fast for them, so he has to put them back and freeze them. It was very tense. It was Jackson. It was very intense. It was very thrilling. Barry tries to get the help from everyone he can. Even gets help from Jay Garrick, who looks like his dad. He gets help from Wells' daughter, who's also a speedster. I forget her name right now, but she's a speedster as well. And he every attempt he makes doesn't work. And you see him start to sweat because he's still running so fast. And it's catching up to him, but he's still trying to keep going. It was a really great episode. Really well done. Emotional, intense, riveting. A lot of comic book service, I felt, was done in that episode. And again, it wasn't an episode that's tied to the overwhelming arc. You didn't have to know the overwhelming arc for that season to enjoy this episode. It was really good. So that was the last episode I watched of last season of Flash, which I'm currently catching up on Netflix. But yeah, big Arrow fan of the character, but Flash right now for that season is the stronger season. It's just done a pretty good job so far of keeping everything tied together, keeping the story moving, keeping you interested in the characters. I have not caught up on Supergirl yet. I'm going to get the last season of Supergirl after Flash. After I'm done with Flash. One moment. No more. Sorry, boys dropping forks. I'm gonna start Supergirl once I finish Flash, and then I'll be caught up by October 15th when I believe all these shows come back. And I haven't really ever watched Legends of Tomorrow. I maybe caught an episode or two. Otherwise, the only time I've watched Legends of Tomorrow has been during their crossovers. So I know the characters. I know we got, Lance is there, the White Canary. We got the Atom, he's there. Brandon Routh, he's there. So, boys, getting loud again. But I never really kept up with Legends of Tomorrow. So I just stick with Arrow, Flash, Supergirl. I will try Batwoman when that comes out, because that's going to be our next crossover in December, where Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl are teaming up again, and we have a bat symbol in the background, and we will see Ruby Rose as Batwoman, and I'm going to give that one a try because I'm a Ruby Rose fan. I liked Ruby Rose on Orange is the New Black. I thought she was good. I'm not going to lie, I've been a fan of her modeling. Sorry, I am a fan of her modeling. I'm sorry about that. Stay over here. So I'm going to give that a shot. So I might be watching 4 CW DC shows. But right now, just Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. Mr. Son of Man or Flash was the best last season. There's a nice write-up of the season on our website. Hey, that's right. Head over to our website, thecampuscrusaders.com. Go to our blog section. You can see the write-up on the last season of Flash. I will read that once I'm done, Anderson, because I don't want to be spoiled by the ending. Unless if you've already said something and I missed it. So, there's my CW shows. One more bite. Look at your camera, and you can see the strawberry. See that? Those of you listening, I'm sorry. You can maybe look at your radio. That's right, because we're on the radio. Look at your phone and see at the speaker if you can see the strawberry. If not, I'm sorry. Trying to eat my breakfast while talking to you guys. Like a nice guest does. So, those are my comic book shows I'm caught up on. I'm caught up on the Marvel Netflix shows. I'm good there. Now on to non-comic shows that I watch because I'm a media maniac. I watch all things media because I'm a student of the media, both in college and growing up. My wife and I finished binging Orange is the New Black, the latest season. Manderson, I'm going to get there. One moment. Hang on. Build up. We just finished binging Orange is the New Black, which once again, the finale always leaves you... Jackie, quiet bud. Was, I always wonder what people think about in the car when they hear me talking and suddenly they hear me like off camera, quiet. Do they look to the right? Do you look to your passenger seat listening? And who's he talking to? There are these two monsters to the side, just so you guys know. I just had to talk halfway through my show because they eat their breakfast way too fast and it's upsetting. Orange is the New Black, once again, ends in a way that leaves you both happy and sad. Good news for some characters, horrible news for others. And it was a tough one, as usual. The show is well done. If you haven't watched Orange is the New Black yet, boys, please. If you haven't watched Orange is the New Black yet, go to Netflix and binge it now. It's a well done show. It's comedy and it's drama. And as the seasons go on, things get a little more intense because you can't always be straight comedy when it's a prison show. Things get serious in prison. You know what? I'm going to take you guys with me because I'm going to give them a cracker to, put more food in their mouth so they stop talking. So what I'm going to do is instead of making you sit here and look at my couch, it's going to be the Esteves cam. Right now, we're going mobile. Please try not to pay attention too much. I'm going to point you upward because the house is kind of a mess because it's been kind of crazy lately. But these guys keep mumbling. I need them to stop mumbling, okay? Because it's bad TV. It's bad radio. You know what else is bad radio? Hearing a graham cracker wrapper in your microphone speaker. That's also bad radio, okay? But you know what? Pick and choose. So, here we go. And I'm gonna give you the, I'm gonna go over here. You gotta be quiet, okay? Shh, there's your cracker, all right? Tommy, you gotta be quiet, okay? Shh, there you go, all right. You guys got to hear me very politely ask my kids to shut their mouths. So, let's see how long that lasts because they also eat crackers pretty fast. Sadly, the boys take after their dad when it comes to being loud. I was hoping they'd take more after their mother. While they do have aspects of their mother, nope, they got daddy's loud mouth. So that's both a positive and a negative, if you ask me. Especially when trying to do your own show. There we go. All right, I'm back. Okay. Make this data go away, right? Yeah. Hang on a second there. I'm looking for the level bubble. There's the level bubble. There it is. It's in the lines. There we go. If it looks awkward to you, the bubble says I'm level. I'm sorry. So Orange is the New Black, based on a true story. The main character, Piper, the actual writer's name is Piper. She lived, well, I'm assuming like half of that was taken from what she went through, and the other half, the show has added, other elements because other characters have become popular in that show, so they have bigger parts now. But the main gist of it is based on her 18 months in prison, and it's a really well done show, and a predominantly female cast, of course, it's a female prison. So well acted by everyone in that show. You're going to see people you've seen before, in other work. Like you're going to see, forgive me because I forget her name right now, but I believe, I cannot remember if it's Star Trek Voyager or Babylon 5. I want to say it's Star Trek Voyager. The female captain from Star Trek Voyager back in the 90s. Can't remember her name, but she's in Orange is the New Black. She's Russian in it. You've got... See, I'm remembering their character names in the show, and I can't remember their real names. She was the female friend in American Pie that all the girls went to for sex advice. the one who is knowledgeable when it comes to sex, the female Finch. I forget her name. I always knew her name, but she is also in the show, and she's amazing in it. Laura Prepon, we know her as Donna from That 70s Show. She is in the show. She's outstanding. She's also directed quite a few episodes for the series. Star Trek Voyager. Thank you, Manderson. Kate Mulgrew. Thank you. She is there. Well done. But yeah, Donna from 70s Show, Laura Prepon, she's amazing in it. The main girl who plays Piper, she was on a medical show. And I know that doesn't help much because almost every show made now is about doctors. She was on a short-lived medical show on NBC. Blonde hair. It was on for like a season. I know it's because my wife watches all medical shows. Me, I'm predominantly an ER guy. I do watch Grey's Anatomy with her, but ER has been my medical show for life. I will rep ER till the day I die. I loved ER. Two of my, creative heroes, Michael Crichton and Spielberg, created ER, so I'm tied to ER for life. The Clunes was in it. The Clunes, George Clooney was in it. Come on. I love ER. It wasn't Scrubs. It wasn't a comedy. Every hospital series now has like an element of comedy because, you got levity. But it wasn't a comedy series. It was a drama, medical series. Only one season, though. It was only one season. Blonde hair. I forget her name, but she's the main star of Orange is the New Black. The show was outstanding. It gets intense. It is TVMA. Prison stuff gets involved. Because it's an all-female prison, you're going to see... Oh, God. Here it is. Lesbian love. Oh, no. Can we say that? Can we say that? Yes, we can say that. Yes. Lots of love involved in the series. Both of just, recreational and actual feelings. Great series. Strong women playing strong characters. So, Orange New Black was outstanding once again. Heartbreaking finale. They are approved for another season because it's one of Netflix's original shows. So, like from when they started doing this stuff. So, it's definitely coming back. That leads in to the series. We started last night. I'm 2 episodes in. Manderson mentioned it in the chat room. So freaking excited about this series. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. Oh. So if you haven't heard of this, Jack Ryan has been involved in our entertainment industry since the late 80s. There was a movie called The Hunt for Red October. That is a Jack Ryan story. Jack Ryan in that film is played by Alec Baldwin. That's the one where Sean Connery looks like a Russian with a Scottish accent. Still a great movie, just put that side away. Only through the first myself. Yeah, okay, yeah. Dude, that second episode's even more. It also was played by Harrison Ford in Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger. Harrison Ford probably having the more popular performance, the more popular representation of Jack Ryan, because he played the character twice. Then Ben Affleck played Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears in the early 2000s. And then they tried to reboot it a few years ago with Jack Ryan, I believe Shadow Recruit is what it was called, with Chris Pine playing Jack Ryan. And I never saw Shadow Recruit. I've seen all except Shadow Recruit. I never read the Jack Ryan books. I do have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, but I never did read any of the Jack Ryan books. Only watched the movies, except for Chris Pine's. Harrison Ford, of course, having, the more successful approach.
That was my powers.
Okay. Having the more successful approach for Jack Ryan, being able to play the character twice, and those are the ones you didn't see replayed on cable more often. But they then went on to revamp it. They got good old Jim Halpert himself, John Krasinski, to play Jack Ryan. He also executive produces the show, so he's definitely invested. And whereas James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman played his superior in the CIA, now it's played by, I forgot his name! You've seen him before. I can't look it up right now because my iPad is nowhere near me, and the device I use to search things is filming me right now, so I can't really search it. Indy, okay, hey, there you go. There's your pets. Now go back. Come on. We'll pet after. But if you don't know what Jack Ryan is, Jack Ryan is a CIA analyst. Analyst for the CIA. He basically looks into financial transactions that are occurring and suspicious methods around certain parts of the world. He has a Marine background. He was a Marine, and he gets involved in very precarious counterterrorism situations. And this series seems so damn authentic. Again, I'm 2 episodes in. There's 6 more to go. And again, 8 episodes. That's pretty good. You get an 8-episode series, and from the way the first 2 episodes have gone, yeah, I'm excited. The only reason I didn't binge the entire series like last night and miss today's Sunday coffee, was because my wife fell asleep and she likes John Krasinski too, so we kind of pumped the brakes on it. I could have gone easily. I could have easily. Sunday coffee would have been at 2 p.m. And of course we can't watch it in front of them when they're awake because, Jim goes ham when need be. I love seeing John Krasinski show his versatility because for a long time all we ever thought of him was Jim. That he was the funny guy at the office, looks at the camera whenever something ridiculous is happening, cheering him on to get with Pam. And even when he started going to movies, it was all comedy. So, you start to think he's just a comedy guy. Then he comes out of nowhere and does 13 Hours. And 13 Hours, Krasinski was a badass. The man put on 15, 20 pounds of muscle, grew out a beard, started holding guns in a way that made me think, wow, this guy is trained to hold a gun. He was outstanding in 13 Hours. Then he goes and shows you that, hey, I know how to write and direct too. So he writes and directs A Quiet Place with his wife, Emily Blunt, starring alongside him. A horror film. A suspenseful horror film. That's now being called one of the top-rated horror films of all time. Jim Halpert is not just Jim Halpert anymore. The guy is a versatile talent. He can write, direct, and act, and give whatever role you want, he'll do it. Because he's believable in comedy, believable in drama, and can handle action quite well. So, he's also, once again, surrounded by a good cast, surrounded by a good production. I'm very excited for the rest of Jack Ryan. The boys are petting Indy right now, so that's why it's getting loud. Give me one moment here. Hope you enjoyed my crotch shot there. So, if you had Amazon Prime, which I've now been a member of Amazon Prime for 2 days. Yes, Jack Ryan was the primary reason why I became an Amazon Prime member, because I wanted me some Jack Ryan, and they didn't fail. They gave me some Jack Ryan, and I'm ready to keep going on Jack Ryan's mission. I'm going to say Jack Ryan one more time because it's worthy of it, Jack Ryan. I've also been lacking in having a hero named Jack ever since 24 went away. I was a Jack Bauer fanatic, Jack Bauer for life. So I've missed calling someone Jack, who's a hero to me. So now I got Jack Ryan. So, very excited. Also, do some research and see how many heroes are named Jack. Jack seems to be the hero name in television and film. Jack Bauer in 24. You got Keanu Reeves' name was Jack in Speed. You get Jack Ryan. And you got Captain Jack Sparrow. Jack seems to be this heroic name. Is it a Kennedy thing? Is it a John F. Kennedy thing since they called him Jack? Is that what it is? I'm okay with it. Because my son's name is Jackson.
Me?
He gets called Jack.
Oh, you call me Daddy?
No, I didn't call you. You can stay there.
Oh.
Okay. He tries to take my spotlight. I'm not ready for that yet. I already passed the torch. This one tries to take my spotlight too.
You hear me, Daddy?
Not yet. Pick up your toy. There you go. All right. since everything's falling apart, that means it's time to end the show. That's a gado. Okay. Really? Yes, it is a dog. I try to get money, and I'm going to avoid the first question you asked because it's kind of a family show. So, now that everything's falling apart, both over here and kind of in the chat room, I'm going to call this a day. I hope you all enjoy your Labor Day weekend. If you have to work on Monday, thank you for your sacrifice. I'm sorry. Those of you who are off Monday, think about the reasons you had that day off. Think about the workers in the past. Think about unions. Think about all that. Take into consideration. Enjoy your barbecue. Go by the beach if you'd like. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm going to finish my now cold bagel. My boys are going to continue to scream at the TV as they watch Puppy Dog Pals. Disney, please bring back the Marvel animated shows you had on Sunday mornings. I really enjoyed that much more than Puppy Dog Pals. Anyway, have a great Sunday. Thank you for tuning in to Sunday Coffee with the Azorean One. Please remember to subscribe to everything that is the Capeless Crusaders. Jack. I'm trying to talk to the people. Go to everything that is Capeless Crusaders. CapelessCrusaders.com. Check out our blogs. Check out our shows. Check out everything we do. Tomorrow night we're going to have an episode. Boy. Stop. Man, I'm trying to promote the company. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. The Capeless Crusaders. Check us out. We're going to have an episode tomorrow night. Dungeons and Dragons is happening. And there may be some guests. What? Some guests? Some fill-in guests? Some cameo appearances on the Capeless Crusaders Dungeons and Dragons episode? Could this be possible? The only way you'll find out is if you tune in tomorrow. Twitch.tv/The Capeless Crusaders. The channel you're watching now. Hi, Amy. The channel you're watching now. Tune in tomorrow night for Dungeons and Dragons with some special guests. This has been Sunday Coffee with the Azorean One. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Why do I have so many people come in the chat room now? I'm ending the episode. Now you're tuning in? You tuning in now? I talked about Arrow. I talked about Flash. I talked about Jack Ryan. I talked about Orange is the New Black. I talked about the weekend box office with Crazy Rich Asians killing it at the box office. The new one with Searching with John Cho, Harold. Go back. When I'm done here, go back and watch the rest of the episode. Maybe I have to push Sunday Coffee to 9:30. Is that what this is? Do I have to have a 9 o'clock show? Do I have to make my morning even longer so all of you tune in? Thanks for tuning in. Amy, yes, Amy will be at SAC Anime. She'll have some information for us. You're at SAC Anime. She's at SAC Anime right now. Amy is at SAC Anime. If you're in Sacramento, go to SAC Anime, find Amy, and say hi. Take a selfie with her. We'll tag you. Capeless Crusaders. All of it. Those 6 of you have just come in. Thank you for tuning in. Show's at 8:30. Maybe I'll make it 9 o'clock from now on. I don't know. I don't know if I can make the boys over here wait till 9 o'clock for breakfast. 8:30 next Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Rewind. Watch the rest of the show. See what I talked about. You guys have a great time. And Sergeant Squiggles, hi, yo, what's up? Man, hi, everybody. I gotta leave, though, now. Maybe I'll do something later. I don't know. This is getting... Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Great Sunday. TheCapelessCrusaders.com, twitch.tv/The Capeless Crusaders. Peace.